Now you're clear. You don't do anything without having clarity. Nothing. Get as clear as possible. Yes, some of the clarity is going to come while you're doing the work. I'm not saying just sit around all day praying and wishing and doing exercises. But before even getting started, know what it is you're looking to do, go test it, and then begin to tweak things as you go. Second, leverage, right? Very powerful word. I learned this a lot later in my life. Growing up, I didn't know anything about that. But just look at this video. Look at social media. This is a tool to leverage the skills I have to distribute it to around the world. Well, I only get like 5-6 views. So to distribute it around the 5-6 people that I would have had to go a totally different route to be able to use to get them. So I'm using social media to leverage what it is, the things that I know. I use my employees to leverage the work. I can't do all the work they do on my own. So you need to start to learn the power of leverage. The power of one of the most important ones is systems as well. You start to learn the power of systems, that those systems work to continue things to go without you. Just imagine if the founder of McDonald's never figured out a system. Just imagine where his business would be now. You have to take the time to build out the system for things to work automatically without you. You have to find out where's the greatest leverage that I can use today to help multiply what I have, to help grow that and show God that I'm a great steward of what it is He is giving me, to put that training program and put the SOPs together for just that one employee. My first employee I'm going to hire, I'm going to do it with diligence and create a system for him to know how to leverage everything that I use to get that, to keep that account maintained. So many times we don't use our leverage, whether it's technology, whether it's AI, whether it's social media, whether it's relationships I have, my network. You need to learn how do I leverage what it is I have. If my business model requires me to post on social media constantly, I need to learn how to leverage social media, how to leverage to get my content out, how to make sure people know I'm available to help them. If I'm staying in the dark because I'm not clear, then I got to get clear. But then once I'm clear, I have to find the ways, how can I leverage everything I do have to help others grow. Maybe you need to leverage your capital, right? You got to figure out what it is, how I have to leverage to get to this goal that I'm clear about. Thirdly is execution. Now, this is, like I said, a very important one. People can outscale many things without even understanding these, but just constantly executing, just constantly figuring out how do I make this work. Now, I don't recommend it because it's the other day exhausting. But at the end of the day, if you figure out how to execute, if you figure out just how to get out there and get things done, your life's going to be much better because you are somebody who executes. Most people talk about sales, they talk about marketing, they talk about employees, they talk about training, they talk about all these things. But when it comes to how much of their day they're spent executing it, it's very minimal. And you cannot get things done if you're not executing. You have to know that, okay, I have this plan. Immediately, how do I put it together? Immediately, how do I put a daily action plan and get 3 most important things done, 5 most important things done, at least one thing done, versus just talking about the things I would like to do, but to constantly execute over and over again. That's where you're going to become somebody who is able to make a big difference in the marketplace, who is able to really show that you know what you're doing, you know what you're talking about, and you're able to get results because you are constantly executing on what things are downloaded in your spirit. You're constantly executing on what it is you were learning. You're constantly putting it into place. Those are the ones who really win in the marketplace, is those who execute. Now, sometimes execution is hard because you don't have their accountability. Now, first you got to be accountable to yourself. Like, have the KPIs that you're able to track what you're doing. Start with very small. Those who are faithful with little would be faithful for much. Start with tracking just simple metrics. How many people have I reached out to today? I can't tell you how many cleaning business owners I've worked with where they're questioning why their business isn't growing, but they're not doing any type of outreach. They're not doing anything for people to find them. And they're just sitting in this little dark space where they see everybody else growing and they're not growing, but they're not even using even their cell phone that they pay for every month to make 10 calls a week. They're not using those nice shoes that they just bought to walk into a few offices and let them know that they're available. You can maybe meet one person that introduces you to a few others, and just like that, because you consistently did it throughout the year, 30 minutes a day, 1 hour a week, whatever it may be, but you have to keep yourself accountable to that. Yeah, you heard this guy online said it works. You did it for 2 weeks and you stopped. That is not executing. That is not holding yourself accountable. Say I'm going to be accountable to this for 12 months. I'm going to go into, now if you have big goals, you got to, too much is given, much is required. If you really want to grow a big business, you have to be doing hundreds a day. And then learn how to start reinvesting that money that you make, because you will make money. It's guaranteed. It's all numbers things. It's guaranteed. If you're calling and reaching out 100 a day for a whole year, there's no way you're going to be broke unless you missteward that money. So now you got to know how to reinvest that money and grow it. But that's a different conversation. So you start to become accountable for yourself, but also, tracking your metrics and having the correct KPIs to know what your business is doing and stewarding it correctly. But also you can hire other people to help keep you accountable. Or you can, for free, maybe if your spouse is open to it, or a good friend, to help you be accountable. Because how much further would you be if you looked back this last year, if you said something very simple like that and somebody kept you to stay on your word? That's why it's so important to have people who are there to help keep you accountable, to help keep yourself accountable, because continue to miss out on opportunities that others are taking away from you because you're not being accountable and doing what you have to do. Lastly, once this is all figured out, you can't go anywhere without this here. You have to get clear. The human just doesn't work like that. We're not wired to just do any and everything every single day. We have to be clear, and then when we have clarity on what it is, those things start to be attracted onto us and added on. So you have to be clear. And once you get clear, how can I use things to get me to where I want to go a lot sooner? Right now, things are coming together. I'm clear. Like, let's go, baby. I'm ready to grow this childcare business. I know I want to have a franchise and grow it here. Now, how can I, the next week, start to add clients? Okay, I got to get my license first. So I start using my leverage. I have money to pay to get the license, the inspector. I know this person teaches a course on it. So I'm going to use that to shorten my time so I can get the license sooner and get kids right when it opens up, right? That's leverage. So now I'm clear exactly what I want to do. I'm using my leverage to get what I want a lot sooner. Thirdly, I have to execute. I have to do the things. So many people stay in this world and they never execute because they're afraid. Right? What happened in the story of the talents? If you're afraid, nothing happens. You have to continue to execute over and over and over. I can't tell you, that's why I love entrepreneurship so much, how much of a man it has grown me, because I have to continue to execute even when I'm afraid or nothing happens. I'm not safe ever. I have to continue to execute over and over and over again, or if not, my life's not going to be where it's supposed to be. So once you got these clear, you have to be executing. It's a constant thing. It's never a sit back and relax for, seasons. You got to continue to build. Right? Now, need something to keep me accountable to that. Keeping myself accountable, but also, when I get to a point, have others help keep me accountable to it, right? I know what I want. I know I'm taking the steps to get there. Now, I want to continue to stay consistent, right? So the final is called next level. Don't get comfortable. Continue to reach for that next level. Continue to build up something greater than yourself so you can pass it on to generations to come. Continue to optimize, continue to build it out to greater scales so that way others can reap the benefits of your fruit. Now you continue to multiply. Now you continue to add more contracts. Now you continue to see yourself being a lot greater than you ever thought you were going to be. You get that multiply expect. So, that's all the parable of the talents here as well. That's where God begins to add on to you. But if you're not here, He's going to take away. So I wanted to share this framework because this is what I use as I'm growing my life, as I'm growing business, as I'm taking steps forward to be able to, be an asset, be someone that I can give to this world, so God doesn't call me useless, so He doesn't just throw me away. But I'm here. I'm moving that. So I believe, there's millions of people out there who are building something, but they just need help from a teacher, someone to guide them, to help get them there. So I hope you're able to use this to help yourself get there, and to be able to just slow down, watch it a few times if you have to, go back and watch it, the parts of it, to really grasp it and allow it to become part of your life. So I'm way over time. I got somewhere to be here shortly. I just really had this on my spirit, and I just noticed I haven't really shared it. So I wanted to share it with everyone so they can get help, because I'm so grateful for those who have helped me and allowed me to become where I am today, become who I am today. So I wanted to use this to be helpful for you. If you like this stuff, like it, comment, all that good stuff that you say on YouTube. Thank you.